after former special counsel Robert Mueller delivered the final report for the Russia investigation in 2019, he noted that the U.S. Department of Justice has a long-standing policy against prosecuting a sitting president, but if former Vice President Joe Biden defeats President Donald Trump this November, he will no longer be a sitting president after Biden is inaugurated in January 2021. And according to a lengthy piece by journalist Jason Zengeli for the New York Times, Donald Trump Jr. worried about the possibility of members of his family facing criminal prosecutions if the president loses to Biden. Advertisement. Zengeli's article takes an in-depth look at the prominent role that Trump Jr. is playing in the president's re-election campaign. And an anonymous source described by Zengeli as a prominent conservative activist told The Times, "Don's the only person who thinks they're going to lose. He's like, we're losing, dude, and we're going to get really hurt when we lose." Zengeli explains that by really hurt, that source means criminal prosecutions. The Times journalist reports, an electoral defeat in November, Trump Jr. fears, could result in federal prosecutions of Trump, his family and his political allies. He has told the conservative activist that he expects that a Biden administration will not participate in a peaceful transition and instead, will shoot the prisoners. An electoral defeat in November, Trump Jr. fears, could result in federal prosecutions of Trump, his family and his political allies. At Zengeli https://t.go/cagesimab, read J. Epstein, at Reed Epstein, August 24, 2020. Zengeli's article describes, in detail, Trump Jr.'s rise in prominence in Trump world. Advertisement. When Trump ran for president in 2016, Trump Jr., who is now 42, was involved but hardly central to the effort, Zengeli notes. His sister Ivanka and her husband, Jared Kushner, exercised sweeping influence over the campaign. Trump Jr., by contrast, was assigned small, discreet tasks, like putting his outdoorsmanship on display in a pheasant hunting photo op with his brother, Eric. But Zengeli emphasizes that 4 years later, Trump Jr. is by no means a marginal figure in Trump world and has grown into arguably his father's most valuable political weapon. Now, according to Jason Miller, a senior advisor on Trump's re-election campaign, Don Jr. represents the emotional center of the MAGA universe. And Zengeli points out that Trump Jr.'s girlfriend, Kimberly Guilfoyle, is also a prominent figure in Trump world. Trump Jr. is now a key player in the Republican Party's 2020 operation. Zengeli observes, he and Guilfoyle have become fundraising powerhouses, coaxing large donations from high-dollar donors. Guilfoyle is reportedly paid $15,000 a month by the Trump campaign. Email solicitations sent out by the National Republican Congressional Committee, the House Republicans' election arm, under Trump Jr.'s name have so far raised more than $3 million in small-dollar donations. Advertisement. Enjoy good journalism? Then let us make a small request. The COVID crisis has cut advertising rates in half, and we need your help. Like you, we here at Raw Story believe in the power of progressive journalism. Raw Story readers power David K. Johnston's DC report, which we've expanded to keep watch in Washington. We've exposed billionaire tax evasion and uncovered White House efforts to poison our water. We've revealed financial scams that prey on veterans, and legal efforts to harm workers exploited by abusive bosses. And unlike other news outlets, we've decided to make our original content free. But we need your support to do what we do. Raw Story is independent, unbinged from corporate overlords. We fight to ensure no one is forgotten. We need your support in this difficult time. Every reader contribution, whatever the amount, makes a tremendous difference. Invest with us. Make a one-time contribution to Raw Story Investigates, or click here to become a subscriber. Thank you. Click to donate by check. Value Raw Story? Then let us make a small request. The COVID crisis has cut advertising rates in half, and we need your help. Likely, we believe in the power of progressive journalism, and we're investing in investigative reporting as other publications give it the axe. Raw Story readers power David K. Johnston's DC report, which we've expanded to keep watch in Washington. We've exposed billionaire tax evasion and uncovered White House efforts to poison our water. We've revealed financial scams that prey on veterans, and efforts to harm workers exploited by abusive bosses. We need your support to do what we do. Raw Story is independent. You won't find mainstream media bias here. Every reader contribution, whatever the amount, makes a tremendous difference. Invest with us in the future. Make a one-time contribution to Raw Story Investigates, or click here to become a subscriber. Thank you. Report typos and corrections to email protected. Let's block ads.
Show your love for him. Click the link in description. Thanks for watching.